I hate clowns. It Chapter 2 stars James McAvoy, Jessica Chastain, Bill Hader, and Bill Skarsgård, and is directed by Andy Muschietti. It takes place 27 years after their first encounter with the terrifying Pennywise. The Losers Club have all grown up and moved away until a devastating phone call brings them all back to the town of Derry.
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
Now, I've said before, I thought the first It was amazing. A great movie. It was my favorite movie of 2017. So I was very much looking forward to the sequel. And before going in, I did read some reviews, some non-spoiler reviews, saying that the movie is really long, not as scary as the first one. The movie at times also felt like a comedy. And after seeing it, for the most part, it's true. But that doesn't mean it's not a good movie. Because it is. It's just not as good as the first one, which most sequels aren't. Let's face it, there's a couple of them out there that are the exception, but for the most part, the original movies that are classics, the sequels just don't live up to the original. First of all, I thought all the actors did a great job. Everybody was perfectly cast, and I think everyone did a great job playing the adult versions of the kids that we loved from the first It. I think everyone loves Bill Hader's role because he was the funny one, and I'm guessing that's why he was the standout. The real standout for me, again, was Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise.
Hello.
I don't care if you're scared of clowns, if you're not scared of clowns, his performance was awesome. And again, you're going to hear that this movie is not as scary as the first one. They did overdo it in some scenes, but the scenes with Pennywise I still thought were great. As far as the movie being funny, yeah, it was funny. I thought it was funny, but I didn't think it was any funnier than the first one. The first one had a lot of humor as well. What bothered me was the first act of the movie. For a movie that's almost 3 hours long, I felt the first act was rushed. I don't think they spent enough time with the characters in the beginning of the movie. Basically, what they're doing as far as in their own private lives out of Derry. I wanted to see everyone by themselves in their own life. And we did see that, but I wanted to see more of it. I felt they rushed that part of the movie. Once everyone got to Derry and you're introduced in that, the first scene when they're in the restaurant there, that's all great. And then from there, it just takes off. But the first act, I thought could have been done better. I did like the fact that they brought the young cast back again for this movie and used them in flashbacks. And I found out after I saw the movie that they actually used de-aging technology on the kids because the kids now, they look too old.
What?
So they had to find a way to make them look younger. And that was amazing. I didn't realize watching the movie that's what they did. So I actually want to go back now and see it again so I could see the difference. Honestly, I couldn't tell. I didn't realize that's what they did. I thought it was all shot together from the first movie, like deleted scenes from the first movie that they didn't use and just put them in this movie. So that was actually really cool. As far as it being 3 hours, it didn't really bother me. I did feel it at times where, yeah, there are a couple of scenes there you could have cut out. There were some side stories that didn't really explain or have some kind of closure to them. For example, in the beginning of the movie, you see this gay couple getting beat up by these punk gang losers, and because of that, one of the guys gets pretty much killed and eaten by Pennywise. It's a really brutal scene, but it is a horror movie, and that scene was actually in the book. But I was wondering throughout this movie that these punk assholes will get what's coming to them at some point of the movie. Either Pennywise kills them or they die a horrible death, I don't know. But it was never brought up again. So that was unfortunate. Also, the way they defeated Pennywise, I wasn't too crazy about. Since this ceremony ritual that Michael found out about didn't work at the end, the way they defeated him was to basically bully him and basically tell him that he's not scary, he's nobody, you don't scare me, boo, go away, you're not a monster, you just think you are.
You ain't bad, you ain't nothing, you ain't nothing.
Really? Basically make him all weak and fragile, and they all grab his heart, and that part was actually pretty cool. I just thought the whole name calling and showing him that they're not afraid anymore, that's how he died. I don't know, it was kind of goofy. I feel like that worked better in the first movie because they were kids. As adults, it just feels, I don't know, corny to me. But honestly, I enjoyed the movie. I thought it was still a lot of fun. I thought it was a good follow-up to the original. It just wasn't as good as the original, but it was still good. It was still a really good movie. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. I do hope that at some point when it comes out on Blu-ray, or they combine the first It and the second chapter into one and basically blend all the scenes together with the flashback scenes with the kids and make it all just make it one big movie. I think they could actually do that, and that'd be amazing. I'd buy that. Also, I would love to see a prequel to this movie. I keep hearing that they might actually explore all the way from the beginning where Pennywise became what he is, and I would love to see that. I think that'd be really cool concept. And this movie opened up at 91 million opening weekend, so I think if they wanted to do a prequel to this movie, I pretty much think the studio will greenlit it, sure. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the movie. What did you guys think? Did you like this movie? Think it was scary? Did you think it wasn't so scary at all? It was too funny, too long? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like my review here, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will be back.